Welcome to yoga. My name is Diamond. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'm going to take us through a short and sweet, gentle practice to help us unwind, maybe get our digestive systems going a little bit, just something to shake all the excess energy out for the day and get ready to relax and head to bed. You shouldn't need any props at all, although if you have any blocks or big books or blankets, maybe some pillows to get cozy, that may be useful, but again, you don't need any of that. Before we get started, though, I do want to teach a pranayama practice, a breathing practice that we will introduce at the end of class. But it is a little confusing at first if you haven't done it, so I wanted to kind of work through it now so when we do arrive at that portion of the practice, sorry, there is a zooming cat, we can just jump right into that. So just start seated wherever is comfortable. You can be on your knees, you can be cross-legged, you can be on a pillow, a blanket, block, whatever. Just come to sit somewhere where the spine can be straight. Bring the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders up and relax them down the back. If you need to, take a few wrist rolls, some head rolls, kind of shake any jitters out so we can find some stillness. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in just to begin. Exhale, let it all out, empty completely. Right, as we inhale next, we're going to take our thumb to our right nostril, our right thumb to our right nostril. We're going to inhale through the left nostril with the right nostril covered. At the top of our inhale, we're going to take our ring finger or pinky on the right hand, cover the left nostril, release the right nostril, and then we'll exhale out of the right side. From here, we're going to inhale through the right nostril, cover the right nostril with the thumb, release the left nostril, and then exhale out of the left side, right? Let's try this a few times. Inhaling through the left nostril, switching the grip, exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling through the right nostril, switching the grip, exhaling through the left nostril. One more time, inhaling through the left nostril, switching the grip, exhale through the right nostril, inhale through the right nostril, switch your grip, exhale through the left nostril, release, bring the hands into the lap, and then breathe normally. So that is what we're going to call alternate nostril breathing in English. In Sanskrit, the original language of yoga, it's going to be called Nadi Shodhana, or Shodhana, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm probably not, but that is pretty close. But just remember that we'll get to it. As for now, we are going to begin in child's pose. So come to the middle, the back of your mat. Let's bring the big toes together. The knees can be as wide as the mat. They can be a little bit closer. Just bring them wherever is comfortable. We're going to sit back on our heels here. And then we are going to begin to walk the hands forward as we bring our chest and our forehead down towards the ground. And breathe. Maybe sway side to side, but eventually find some stillness. And breathe deeply, filling the belly up with air on the inhale and exhaling, completely emptying it out. Feel the rib cage and the back body expand as you continue to breathe deeply, inhaling. Feel the self get wide, and then exhale, deflate the body. Maybe we sink a little bit closer towards the ground, pressing into the hands. Arms are active here. Hips still heavy down towards the heels. Let's take 5 deep breaths here.
With every exhale, melting a little bit deeper into your mat. 2 more breaths. From here, begin to walk your hands over to the right of your mat. Keep your left hip weighted down and heavy as you bring the forehead back to the ground. Child's pose with this side body stretch here. Hips are still square. And then on your next inhale, lift the body up. Walk the hands over towards the left side of the mat. Child's pose on this side. Inhale, walk the hands back to center. Still stretch out in front of you. Sink the chest and the forehead back down to the ground, but this time keep the palms tented. So fingertips are on the ground, but the middle of the hand comes up to feel a nice stretch through the wrist, through the forearm. Still pressing down through the fingertips into the mat. Notice how this feels in the arms. And then release, bring the hands to the mat, come up into an all fours position. Here, the knees are going to come in so they're underneath the hip points, and the wrists are underneath the shoulder blades. You can untuck the toes here. Inhale, look up, drop the belly, cow pose. Exhale, belly to spine, chin to chest, cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch the back. Take a few more rounds here. Following your breath. Syncing up with it. Trying to move slowly. Notice any tension in the body. Where do you feel it? And then find a neutral spine here. The back is flat. We're going to slide the right foot back, lift it up, and then we're going to drop it over to the left, cross it over the left leg, and just off the left side of the mat here. So stay here, pressing the ground away from us. And then we're going to turn to look left towards our right toes. Feel a nice side body stretch on the right side of the body. Still pressing back through that right heel. And again, pressing the ground away. One more breath. And then bring it all back to center. Keep the leg lifted here. And then we're going to lift the left arm out in front of us. The body is in a parallel line to the mat. Maybe looking down. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the knee and the left elbow into center. Crunch the body, make yourself small. As you inhale, we're going to kick back through the right foot. Toes are pointed towards the ground. Fingers stretch forward on the left arm. Exhale, crunch it in one more time. Knee comes to the elbow. Extend the body long. Think of growing lengthwise. And then exhale, bring it in one last time. Curl the body around in the back. Extend the leg and the arm once more. Drop the hand on the ground. And then we're going to drop the knee and go onto the other side. So the left leg is going to slide back, flex through the heel here. We're going to lift the left foot up off the ground. And then we're going to drop it over off of the right side of our mat. Really press back through that left heel. Press the ground away with the hands. And then we're going to look over our right shoulder towards our left big toes. Left heel presses back like you're kicking through a wall. Continue to breathe here. Inhale, bring everything back to center. The left leg is still outstretched long. We're going to lift the right arm up, reach forward, flat back. Take an inhale in, grow, lengthen. As you exhale, elbow comes to knee, make yourself small. Inhale, reach the arm forward, heel presses back, push the ground away from you. As you exhale, bring it in to your center. Extend one last time to come in. On the exhale, curl the body. We're just going to extend to come out of it. Drop the right hand, drop the left leg. We're going to curl the toes under, lift from your tailbone and press into the ground. As we come into downward facing dog, tailbone comes towards the sky. Hands and feet are hip distance apart. We can be up on our tippy toes a little bit. Let's actually bend the knees, bring the belly to the tops of the thighs, press the hands into the mat so you're pressing the ground away from you. Take an inhale in, and on the exhale, start to straighten out the legs. Maybe the heels come down towards the ground. Shoulder blades are away from the ears. Chest is coming towards the mat. Gaze is between the ankles, the knees, or the thighs, towards the belly button if that's available to you. If you would like to find some movement, you can walk through the dog, or you can stay here with the knees bent. We have options. Find what feels good in this moment. Wherever you are, take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, start to look up in between the hands. Come to the tippy toes and start to take a few small steps up towards the front of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Again, bend the knees here. The feet can be hip distance. They do not need to be together. Bring the top of the belly, or the top of the thighs to the belly, or vice versa rather. And then the hands can clasp overhead, or you can bring them, clasp the fingers and bring the hands to the back of the neck without pulling on the neck. Just like gently rest the hands there, let gravity add a little bit of an extra stretch there. So just find what feels good. Take 3 more breaths. Maybe the legs start to straighten. It's up to you. And then we're slowly going to root down the feet. Really press into the big toe mounds, all 10 toes, the heels. Bend through the knees to come up, and we're going to lift our body up to stand, 1 vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head come up last. We're going to come to stand and turn so you can see me. The hands are going to come up towards the sky here. And then as we inhale, let's actually grab the right wrist with the left arms, extend up, reach up out of the pelvis, and then tilt over to the left side, feeling a nice bend through the right side body. As you inhale, lengthen a little bit more, pull the body a little bit closer towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, bend a little bit more to the side. We want to keep the shoulders stacked and the chest open so we're not arching. Maybe we look up towards the sky, pressing into both feet evenly. Inhale, come to center. We're just going to switch. Grab the left wrist with the right hand, reach up, out of the body. And then we're going to exhale, lean over to the right side. Take an inhale, lengthen once more. Pull your body, extend. And as you exhale, side bend a little bit deeper. Shoulders are stacked, chest is open, gaze upward.
And then come back to center, arms come up. As we exhale, elbows are gonna come wide, shoulder blades are going to squeeze together. And then let's bend the knees, hinge from the hips, dive forward. We're going to come up, roll the body up to stand, Tadasana, arms come up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms once more, bend through the legs, fold forward. Let's do this twice more. Inhale, lift the body up. Arms come up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus and fold. Last one. And as we fold, clasp the arms behind you, right? Still hinge from the hips, fold forward, but allow the arms to fall overhead as they still extend up and out. You can still bend your knees here or straighten them, whichever feels good to you. Let the chin reach towards the ground and breathe. Start to release the arms. We're going to bring the fingertips to the mat just for us to lift the body up halfway on an inhale. Create a flat back. Extend the body, and then as we fold again, we are going to take our two-piece fingers and wrap them around the big toes. Again, we want our feet probably hip distance apart here. Grab onto the toes. Inhale, extend the body, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. The elbows are going to come wide. Padangusthasana. Trying to pull the body closer in toward itself, bending through the elbows. Let's inhale, come up halfway again. This time as we exhale, we're going to take the hands to the bottom of the feet, Padahastasana. The toes are going to come to the wrist line, right? We're going to inhale, lengthen through the body, extend through the legs, extend through the spine, and as you exhale, fold from the hips again. Come forward, and again, pull yourself in towards yourself. The elbows are going to come wide. Make sure you're keeping the weight of your body forward. Maybe easy to kind of rock back into your heels. Let's try to bring the weight more into the big toe mound, into the toes. You might get a nice little wrist massage by the toes. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. And then we're slowly going to release, bring the hands in front of you. Maybe heel toe the feet a little bit farther apart, maybe mat distance, and then start to make your way down into a squat, Malasana, with the toes are going to come wide here. And the heels are going to come slightly in. You can be up on the toes, you can be up here in a squat if that is more available to you. Or you could come all the way down. You can find some movement. You don't exactly have to sit in the pose right away. But eventually finding stillness, right? So the knees are going to come wide. Tailbone is going to come down towards the ground. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. Elbows are going to press the knees away from each other. Hands are at the heart space. Hands pressing into one another. Shoulders are back and relaxed. We don't want to arch forward. We want to keep integrity in our spine here. We're going to take our right hand, bring it out in front of the right foot, maybe a couple of inches. And then we are going to press this right arm into the right knee. And then we're going to inhale and lift the left arm open and open up through the chest. Just open up wide and we'll find a twist here. Using that leg as leverage, really trying to open up through the body here. Come back to center. We're going to place the left hand in front of the left foot. Press that elbow into the knee. And then we're going to open up to the right side. And then we're going to come back to center. We're going to drop our bottoms to the ground. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Let's bring the knees up into Navasana boat pose just for a few moments. You can leave the hands behind you, or you could bring them up. Belly button tucked to the spine. We're not slouching in the back. We have support here. Hold for 2 more breaths. Maybe the legs straighten. Maybe they don't. And then lower the feet down to the ground. The left foot's going to stay where it is. We're going to come into a figure 4 shape here, or seated pigeon. So the right ankle is going to cross over the left knee. Maybe the left foot moves out a little bit to make this movement happen a little bit easier. And then we can walk the left heel in. Right knee presses out away from the body here. Hands are pressed into the ground. Again, we're not slouching. We have some support for our lower back. And breathe here. You can always move this left foot a little bit further away. Just kind of find an edge for you. There shouldn't be any pain. There shouldn't be discomfort or pinching. From here, we're going to lengthen the left leg out long. And then we're going to keep this right foot crossed over the left knee. Both sit bones are on the ground. Sit up straight. The knee is towards the sky. And then our right foot is flat on the ground. We're going to inhale, hug this knee in with the left arm. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to bring it to the ground behind us and twist to look over the right shoulder. The left foot is still active. Flex towards the face, but not locking into the knee. Just keep breathing, and on every inhale, lengthen a little bit taller. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. It doesn't have to look like much, but you should feel your body twisting more towards that direction. Slowly release, and then we'll repeat on the other side. So the right leg is going to come out. Left ankle is going to cross over the right knee, and then we're going to walk that right foot in and bring the left knee out wide, pressing away from us, getting into the hip. Let's lengthen the right leg out long. This left foot's going to continue to cross over the right knee. Right foot is flexed towards the face. Left foot and sit bones are flat on the ground. We're going to hug the right knee with the left knee with the right hand. We're going to inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, let's twist to look over our left shoulder. And then untwist the body. From here, we're going to come down to our backs. Both knees are going to come into the chest for full wind relieving pose. So the back is flat on the mat. And the knees are heavy, sitting on the stomach. Breathe into the belly here. Take deep, deep belly breaths here. We're going to keep the right knee into the chest.
The left leg is going to stretch out long, and we'll just take wind relieving pose on this one side. Notice how this feels in the body. And just let that leg be heavy. You don't need to pull it in too tight, but just allow your body to relax in this position. Let's switch. So the left leg is going to come in, the right leg is going to come out long. Continue to breathe deeply into the belly. Again, take note. How does this feel? From here, both knees are going to come up towards you. We're actually going to kick the heels up into the hands. We're going to pull the feet down towards the body, the knees and the thighs coming down towards the mat. So your tailbone is long still. If you are curling up, you can always bring the feet down and hold on to the ankles and maybe not grab as far up to the feet. You can hold onto your pants and just breathe here. You can find some movement, rock side to side, happy baby pose. I'm going to release the right leg. Come into half, happy baby. The leg can come out long, or if that's a little uncomfortable, you can bring the right knee in so the foot is on the ground, and then maybe allow the right knee to fall away from the body. So find a way that's comfortable to you. This may look different for everybody else. And if your right knee is bent, begin to bring it out long as we bring that left knee into the chest again. But this time we are going to bring the left arm out long to our side. And on an exhale, bring the left knee over the right side of the body and twist. Breathe into the belly button. Both shoulders should be on the mat. Inhale, bring everything back to the center. We're just going to even us out. So the left leg is either going to come out long or the sole of the foot is going to come to the ground with the knee out to the side. And then we're going to bring the right foot into the hand, kicking the heel up towards the ceiling. We're pulling the thigh and the knee down towards the ground, finding some resistance here. Breathe deep. Start to lengthen out through that left leg if it isn't already. And then we're going to cross the right knee over the body and twist to our left. And then bring everything back into center, right? The feet are going to come together, the soles of the feet, and the knees are going to come out wide as the feet come down to the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined cobbler's pose. And let's just breathe here. You can bring the hands to the belly. You can bring them to the thighs, to the mat, palms face up, whatever feels good to you. Take a few more deep breaths here. Really filling up the belly with air, filling the rib cage and the chest expand on the inhale. And then emptying out the body completely on the exhale, allowing the stomach to relax. And then slowly, let's bring the knees together. Let's roll over to one side. And then press into the ground to come up into a seated position.
how we started. We're going to go into the alternate nostril breathing. So you can come to sit cross-legged, on your knees, on a block or a blanket. Wherever you are, straighten through the spine. Bring the left hand to the knee. We're going to prepare our right hand, bringing our thumb and our ring and pinky finger out. Our index and middle finger come to the middle of the hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the right thumb to the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Cover the left nostril. Breathe out through the right. Inhale through the right. Switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale. Maybe we close the eyes down. Switch. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Switch. Exhale through the left. I will leave you to continue this pranayama practice for a few moments. Try to stick with it. If it gets confusing, just start over, but really try to allow yourself the time to fully sit with this. Maybe be here for another minute. Let's go 4 more rounds wherever you are. Last one. And as you exhale out of your left nostril for the last time, release your grip, bring the hands to the knees, and with the eyes still closed down, continue to breathe normally. Notice how you feel right now. Notice any sensations in the body. Notice the emptiness of the mind, or if there are any thoughts and distractions that keep racing. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice the posture in the body. Before we end, let's take one more deep breath in, the deepest breath you've taken in all day. And as you exhale, let it go out the mouth. I will leave you with this sentiment. Be gentle with yourself because you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me this evening. I hope you're relaxed and ready to wind down for the evening. If you would like to leave a donation, the link is in the description. And if you would like to practice with me in person, then I will be doing a donation-based sunset yoga class this Friday at 6:30 p.m. And if not, I'll be streaming here again next Wednesday at 7. So enjoy the rest of your nights. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon.